A group in Kansas has been awarded a grant to highlight specialty crops here in Kansas. I went out to South Baldwin Farms to help from the land of Kansas and Kansas agritourism highlight the unique farmers our state has. A delicious fruit that is every bit as American as baseball. You already know what I'm talking about. Apples. One of your friendly Kansas apple growers is South Baldwin Farms here in Baldwin City, Kansas. That's where they grow pumpkins, blackberries, sweet cherries, and peaches, and also produce apple cider. The history of fruit trees on this family-owned and operated orchard goes back as long as anyone can remember. Gabe, specialty crops in Kansas are relatively unique. What should consumers know about fresh food, not just commodity crops?
You know, something that's unique about fresh fruit or vegetables is that they're perishable. So there is a season for that, whereas, commodity crops store a little bit better.
In your opinion, how important it is that Kansas has specialty crops?
One, it's important to our economy. It's great for the farmers to have that diversity and that high value acreage so that a farm can make it on fewer acres. The longer distance that produce or that vegetable, whatever it is, has to travel, the less fresh it can be. You have to pick it sooner to make a trip. So the closer it is, the more nutritious and the more fresh it's going to be.
Apple tree varieties are grafted onto rootstock to produce more consistently growing trees and more consistent apple production. This impacts things like taste and texture. There are more than 7,500 cultivars of apples, and we know many of their names well, including Red Delicious Fuji, Ambrosia, Granny Smith, and a favorite around here, Honeycrisp. The U.S. is the second largest producers of apples in the world and a crop that is growing in popularity here in Kansas. Throughout the growing season of June through October, there are many different management decisions to be made. That includes pollination support from bees, how to manage pest and disease, pruning the trees to produce the best crop, and when to harvest. Apple trees bloom in the spring and the fruit matures in late summer and into the fall. Farmers like Gabe and the rest of the crew at South Baldwin Farms know when to pick the apples when they're about 50% of their ripened color. Gabe, if somebody wanted to support local farmers and eat more locally, what steps can they do?
From the Land of Kansas gives you a list of all the local farms and where you can find them. So, buying direct from the farmer helps them get the best margin on learning how to cook with new crops that are in your area, and that'll help support those farmers in your area.
So when people come out to Baldwin Farms, what all can they do? There's a lot to do here.
When you're out at the pumpkin patch and you're in our farm store, you can sneak a peek through the window and you might see our packing line running. So you really understand that really close connection from the farm to the store whenever you're here, because you see it. We want you to come to the farm and experience the farm.
South Baldwin Farms takes pride in providing high quality, ripe from the tree, peaches and apples to the wholesale market, as well as sweet cherries, blackberries and pumpkins. By maintaining a good relationship with customers, fruit can hit the grocery store shelves in as little as 48 hours after harvest, ensuring the freshest produce that buying local can offer. Choosing to grow specialty crops has provided the families at South Baldwin Farms the opportunity to pursue the dream of large-scale tree fruit with modern growing techniques.